Hi Gemini, it's your December 2020 general tarot reading. I can't believe it's December, can you? What a wild ride it's been for 2020, guys. But we made it, here we are. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do you need to know for the last month of the year? What's in store for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for 2020? Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you've been here on my channel for a while, you'll notice I'm using a new deck, so yay. I'm going to retire this for the time being. But as always, after your Celtic cross for the month, we will be getting oracle messages for you. Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What does Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus need to know for December 2020? All right. All right, guys, let's get out your Celtic cross for you. So I do want to mention, wow, you have a lot of really strong, masculine, I would say severe energy here. Excuse me, in both your foundation and crowning you. You also have a lot of a need for self-control over here in your recent past, controlling your temperament, controlling your emotions. This could play out to be a somewhat challenging month for you. Yeah, the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. Very interesting read for you. I know it's been a fairly easy ride for you over the past couple of months, at least in tarot. But let's see what's going on here for the month of December. So you're definitely defensive, defending something, defending a position. With the situation being the Nine of Cups for you, you know, challenged by or crossed by the Knight of Pentacles here. You're definitely making yourself really happy. You're feeling happy within how you're spending your time, how you're spending your money. You could be overeating, over-consuming, partying here a little bit. You have the money and the resources to do this here, but it could lead to an element of defensiveness or defending this position here. But this is for the month, right? So I don't read the Seven of Wands as something that's necessarily negative, because if you're defending your own position from someone else who doesn't understand, or if you have to walk away from something or make a tough decision here around, say, a lifestyle decision or the way that you spend money or the way that you spend your time, and how fast or slowly you do that, it might be a great idea here to defend that. You are in a good position to do that. You'll see the Six Wands are beneath him, right? And he's rising above it. So you can rise above something here. Usually we're looking at the will to power when we're looking at wands. So there is definitely going to be, you know, this is an action that you're definitely taking here. This could be in the workplace as well. I do read wand energy, right? Or fire energy as the spirit, the will, and very often enterprise, right? By the time we get into the court cards, we're looking at enterprise, business, money, self-promotion, this type of thing. So it could just be that you're really leveling up. You're really asking a lot from yourself right now, and you're definitely delivering. But someone around you sees you as someone who is defending your position, or you could be defensive here around a position. I may get qualifiers for both the bottom of the deck and definitely your advice or outcome card, because we're looking at an Eight of Swords, and this is a feeling of just feeling stuck in your own head. So yeah, with the situation being the Nine of Cups, challenged with the Page of Pentacles here. So you're definitely sitting pretty. There's a party situation here. Like I said at the very beginning, overconsumptive. could feel like you have a lot to celebrate or a lot of reason to celebrate, or there's just a lot of partying going on here, but it could just narrow down to overindulgence, right? Overindulgence. And definitely when we're dealing with cups, we're dealing with your emotional world. So you are pretty self-satisfied here. And then how you're investing your money, how you're moving, how you're about to make an offer with someone in your environment, or if someone's making an offer to you. If someone is making an offer to you, Gemini, this is going to make you feel like you're on top of the world. Even if it's slow moving, it's very real and it's very practical and it feels very pleasurable here. Or this is what you're seeking, or this is what's available to you. Otherwise, this energy, so instead of looking at an offer coming in and making you feel happy, this is you feeling happy and then being able to share that with other people. Share your energy and time and even money and resources and your heart space and feel really up and feel really generous. Like I say, the only thing here between these two energies is that the Knight of Pentacles is extremely slow moving, but he is practical and he is technically reliable. And it could be here that you are defending the position to keep moving in this direction in order to continue making yourself very happy as well. I do read the Nine of Cups as well as the Nine of Pentacles as rather independent energy. Now this is something that does include a crowd, technically speaking. This does include, you know, sharing and partying and stuff like that. But it's your independent spirit here that's satisfied, that's self-satisfied, and you share your, you know, bounty with other people. So this is actually really nice to see here as the situation for you. As I say, we have some extremely severe energy here, and because there is a little bit of defensiveness, it could be that you are protecting yourself. So protecting this situation, protecting your decision around it, feeling it possibly, maybe even probably forceful about it, which is a strange thing to say, I recognize. And I wouldn't normally, except for this defensiveness here and these extremely strong masculine. And I would even say, you know, the Aries ruled emperor down here can be considered warm because he's fire. But this King of Swords is definitely cold. What I do find is that the fire behind the Aries and the emperor can heat things up to a degree that it fires other people up and it gets them excited. So there can be excitement here, but the cooling effect here is this mental severity, right? So we have both Aquarius and Aries energies here. These are both masculine, first of all, masculine signs. We have both 1st and 11th house. So this is the self, and this is your environment. This is your group, rather your volunteer group, your friends and family, and your community. So there's definitely, and it could be around information as well. It could be around data, information. If this is a legal situation, contracts, if this is something that involves someone in a position here of, say, law, something around education, law, something where they are a master of something, master of thinking, education, concepts, data. This is this person is extremely clear and decisive and says things the way they are. But like I said, it can be extremely cold energy, and depending on what it's concerning and how you want to use that energy, it can be very positive. Here with the sort of warm Aries, we have this war energy, right? So Aries is ruled by Mars, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So we have this sort of, there could be some chaotic rushing energy here, but I do think it's well thought out. I do think there is a firm decision here that you might end up barreling toward, okay? This is also the card of the father or the boss. So there's a lot of boss energy here as well. I would say if this is a work situation for you, it is a general reading, guys. If this is a work or enterprise or business reading for you, that this would be like you are definitely showing up for your boss, or your team is definitely showing up for you at work in the first couple of weeks of the month here. And you're extremely decisive, and yeah, you don't have a lot. This is very forceful energy as well. This is what I would consider proactive energy versus receptive energy. We don't really have much receptive energy here, besides this Queen of Pentacles over here. So we do have a lot of Capricorn energy here as well. So we have Capricorn, Aries, we have Aquarius, and so Capricorn is technically a feminine sign, but they are interested, of course it's 10th house ruled, right? I'm looking at these two here. So 10th house is about outside the home. So even though it's a feminine sign, it technically ought to be receptive. It's actually quite forceful energy. It wants to make its mark in the world. It wants to be seen, and it wants status. So this is what it could be concerning for you as well, is just feeling like you've made up your mind here and you're very confident about a decision around being forceful, severe, maybe even cold about doing what you need to do here to be extremely happy and spending your time and resources however slowly you'd like to, but there's a permanence here, right? Because we're dealing with Pentacles, so there's a permanence here in what you're investing. I do want to mention as well, you've gone from a Knight to a Queen over here of Pentacles as well. So I do see if there is an actual, say, monetary or resource investment here, and this is a legal contract, it could be banking as well, that I would say that you're going to see results fairly quickly. You're going to see like a payback or a receivership very, very quickly. It won't be everything you want it, but it will grow very quickly if you're investing the first 2 weeks of the month here. In your recent past, as I mentioned, we do have strength. And we know this just means to control our temperament, to control our emotions. Strength is often read as a really positive sign or a card. And I suppose when it comes down to it and, you know, what you're really made of, I guess it could be considered positive, but it takes a lot of effort here. So there's a lot of effort in your recent past. There's also, you know, we're dealing with Leo energy there, of course. And this is, so versus the Cancer energy, which is, you know, galloping out that cardinal energy to go explore the world. Strength is really, we're looking at that fixed energy. We're looking at the, you know, again, what are you made of here? What are you made of? What are your strengths here? And you're definitely, there are definitely challenges here, but look, with the near future, that Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, technically can be any, it does represent Earth in general, but I read it as Capricorn, Queens, or Cardinals. So this is, like I said, you've gone from the Knight to the Queen, so a really nice investment. And this is actually part and parcel of what could be making you happy here. This could be some really good advice here as well. Especially if it has to do with something that will make you happy and making a tough decision around something that will make you happy. Because it looks like it definitely will. So you could be dealing with a soft-hearted person here as well, who likes to grow things slowly, who likes to take their time to develop, who likes to invest in warm, generous, sort of motherly, protective type energies here. And we are dealing with a Queen, like I said, so we have this proactive, exertive energy here, and then this receptive energy with this Queen here. So really nice in your near future. I do think that you will be able to work easily with someone else on a project, or be able to get your resources or finances returned at least a level up from what you had invested. And certainly if this is time or other resources, then your investment is going to pay off. Now, this is an interesting row. And depending on the time, let me see here. I'm going to try to fly through this because I actually want to qualify a couple of cards here. In the position of how you see yourself is the Devil. So yeah, again, depending on how this is read and where it is, I wouldn't necessarily say right now this could be a negative energy. The Devil is Capricorn ruled. It's Saturn, obviously. This is being, you know, trapped in the physical world. This is being trapped by monetary value, trapped by, say, or even obsessed or possessed by you know, severity, money, finances, pleasure, that type of thing. So, I mean, if you feel here, if you see yourself this way, and if you feel like things are getting out of hand, or you're, you know, over consumptive here, or you can't relax, or you become more obsessive than necessary in order to win or achieve something here, you know, I would just be aware that you try to find some time to relax or to balance, you know, your practical world, your social status, your monetary outcomes and incomes with your personal happiness, with the way other people feel in your company, with your spiritual life, and these types of things. So definitely try not to get trapped in this energy, but definitely use it to your advantage. I would say if you are working hard, you do have a specific outcome you do want to achieve here, use the obsessive energy to your advantage, right? I would say if this is about addictions, or if this is about possession, you know, in terms of how you see yourself, just make sure you're not too competitive, or that you are still able to remain a team player as well. And try not to get wrapped up into addictions and overconsumptive sexuality here as well. So this is how you see yourself. How others see you is rejection, feeling left out in the cold. There's two people indicated here, and I always read this card as though you're not alone here. Someone is definitely suffering with you. Someone is definitely in a rough place with you, or you're in a rough place with someone else. This could be about money and finances. We are now at the end of December, the 3rd and 4th week. This could just be about money flow here, guys. It could be you've spent too much, you went over budget, you don't have enough for the end of the month type thing. Maybe you needed to save a little bit more, or something did fall through, an investment may have fell through. I would definitely get a second opinion here if you don't trust what you're being told at the beginning of the month, even though I feel very strongly that you're given solid information here. In terms of, you know, how others see you is just someone who is really has the challenge of needing to ask for help. This is needing to ask for help. You may feel down and out, dispirited. It could be part and parcel of what's happening here with the Devil or Capricorn energy here as well. I do read the Five of Pentacles as generally speaking as unhappiness, and you'll notice that they are in the snow. So this is one of the few snowy cards here. So, you know, just maybe have a plan B. Maybe have a plan B for the last 2 weeks of December here, guys. Okay, because it looks like something could slip up. Money could not be coming in as fast as it's going out. A slight disagreement, a slight mismanagement. Maybe something that was authoritative here that you were protecting or defending that you thought was going to elevate your social status for some reason didn't come through, or didn't come through the way you wanted it to. Perhaps you need more from someone, or someone needs more from you. In your hopes and fears, you do have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is where am I going with this? What am I getting from this? What are you getting from this? All this energy, all this obsession and promotion and value and struggle. What are you getting from it? I do read the Seven of Pentacles as the card of just being tired of waiting as well. It feels like there's something that is a little bit on hold. I feel like you could have been happy here about something. There could have even been, I don't see a Page of Pentacles necessarily, but there could have been some sort of news, even though it was severe. And it could have led to a sense of a happy heart here, and you had the experience to, you know, control yourself and feel, you know, confident in yourself. But now there's this element of like, where is this going? What am I doing with this? This could just be as simple as, what am I going to do for New Year's, guys? I'm not sure. This is totally up to you. But yeah, I do see, and you can sort of see his face as well. He's just kind of grimacing. He's kind of over it. He wants that Eight of Pentacles. He wants to get better at what he's already done. And he doesn't want the breadcrumbs. Like, he definitely wants something to grow here. So I would just beware of an investment or overspending, honestly, just because it's December. And then your outcome or advice is the Eight of Swords. I definitely am going to qualify this. This is self-defeat, but it's all in the head. So the Swords is, if we're dealing with any suits here, guys, and it's your only, well, you do have the King over here, which is clarity, extreme, not only clarity, but this is, you know, applied knowledge. This individual is extremely intelligent and knowledgeable. The Eight of Swords is, you can see the blind around her eyes there, and she's just sort of looking down. This is just being unwilling to look at solutions. This is problem-minded versus solutions-minded, and it's all in your head. It's sort of inventing issues. It's inventing problems. I don't like saying victim when I look at Swords energy, but there is a sense of like, just beware that you or someone in your environment here with the outcome or advice could be playing victim, relying on this sense of victimhood. And you might not even be aware that this is happening, but this is self-defeat. So both the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords is a sense of like, woe is me type thing. So let us, what is going on here with the Eight of Swords? What is the Eight of Swords in the advice or outcome? All right, so there's the Devil again. Eight of Swords in the advice or outcome. Can I have one more card? Well, that's way too many. Can I just have one more card? I hope you can see that there. I'll hold it up in a second. Very interesting, because as you can see, the Eight of Swords and the Devil are mirroring each other, and you've got the Devil qualifying the Eight of Swords. So definitely what you're possessed by or obsessed by, or absolutely feel like you can't get away from. It could be an addiction. I'm not sure what that's involving. It could be work. It could be work addiction. Money addiction. There we have the Strength again. So you have three majors qualifying this Eight of Swords. You have the Strength showing up twice, the Devil showing up twice, and the Hanged Man. Perspective, sacrifice, surrender is necessary. This is a lot of effort, guys. Look at that, 22 minutes. Sorry, it got really late. It's a lot of effort. So Leo, Capricorn, and some water energy. There could just be an element of trying to impress someone around you. Trying to impress someone around you, or someone is trying to impress you. But it's the opposite of freeing. And it does have to do with obsessions, possessions, addictions, social status. What will people think of me? What will people think of me? Very interesting outcome for you. Let's qualify this Seven of Wands, and then I'll quickly do this Five of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Qualify the bottom of the deck energy, the Seven of Wands for Gemini. There's the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, it's just juggling a lot. You have a lot going on, juggling your emotions, realities against your emotions, practicalities against wishes and hopes and dreams, trying to control your emotional world against what you're busy doing here. So there's just a lot of effort and defensiveness put into how you're actually living and what you're actually doing. All right, let's get a qualifier for this Five. Wow. So you do have everything you need. Something just isn't satisfying for you here. You might have even got everything you ever wanted here, and it's just not good enough. Five of Pentacles is qualified by the Magician. So this is con man energy. I know it's technically positive. We do have the infinity symbol twice here. You do have a lot more inner strength than you might be aware of here as well. But yeah, you might have been conned, or someone might be conning you out of something here around a social status. This could be, if this is a relationship reading, I would be very... I would want evidence of what someone is saying to you if they're bringing something in about your heart, about your happiness. Because this could turn into a theft, is all I'm going to say about that. Something that you think or was provided or you were secure and serious about and it was just a done deal could be unraveling or could show itself to be something that it's not. Very interesting, I'm not kidding, with the 3 majors around that 8 of Swords. So sacrifice, surrender, release, perspective is the Hanged Man. We have self-control, learning to temper your emotions, infinity. And then the Devil showing up twice, double Capricorn energy, obsessions, addictions. I would also say, because the Magician is Gemini ruled, I would say, Gemini, here that you have an opportunity to switch up something that's practical and real around this situation for you by the way that you think. So your thinking and your believing is going to impact your practical or real world. I would say, who are you doing what you're doing for? Or if this is energy in your environment and someone's doing it to you, why would they be doing these things? Like, what is the purpose, right? What is the purpose? Because I do, honestly, the Capricorn energy here with the Devil is also, what's it called? Not maternal, paternal energy. So there's a lot of fatherly energy here as well, or male or masculine energy. Like I said, the Devil is technically a feminine sign, but this is the father of the zodiac, right? As opposed to the mother, which is the 4th house. So just a lot about being the boss and being in charge and having to prove something that may actually not be freeing. But I mean, if you don't want freedom and you just want to worry about what other people think of you and to constantly have self-control and self-restraint, then by all means, right? Not everyone wants the same things. If you are obsessed about that, it looks very positive that it will lead to that by the end of the month here. But there is still a sense of feeling trapped. Getting everything you want here may not be freeing, but it really depends on if freedom is what you want. So between worlds, yes, I do see this here as well for you. Between worlds is really looking at this struggle for you, trying to relax within something practical that feels very severe here for you. Maybe you're becoming a father if you're a man watching, or maybe you're about to get involved with a man who has some severe tendencies here as well, Gemini. So we have calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. We have soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate, and true love, this is the romance of a lifetime. Guys, if you're Gemini Venus, for example, and this is a love reading for you, I would just be aware that you don't accept breadcrumbs. You really find out where you're going, both as an individual and as a couple. And you communicate very strongly here about this 8 of Swords. You want this to be an Ace of Swords. You want to be super clear, right? About what you're willing to give and what you're going to get. Especially if this is a love reading for you. Because you don't want to be left out in the cold here with somebody. You don't want to be driven to some sense of desperation here. So we do have Ant. Of course, this is patience. Patience is going to be necessary with all of these pentacles here for you as well. You know, with the 2, the 5, the 7, the Knight, the Queen. So lots of pentacles. Of course, we have this Earth energy with the Capricorn showing up a few times. So try to be patient with yourself and the process. We only have one day at a time. And then children is definitely going to play a huge part in the month of December for you, Gemini. Either your child or someone in your environment here. Children are definitely going to play a part. So listen, that went way too long, but I'm so glad that you stuck with me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos, and I'll see you in the next video for your sign. Bye for now.